Welcome to the Action Network podcast.
Let's start with, we'll just get our worst call out of the way for both of us.
Yeah.
I will say on our live show, I said, look, there were some big groups that I know that were on the over in Ohio State. And I didn't care because I believe in the Ohio State defense. I also thought the Michigan defense would play a little better. But the people that I know that were telling me this, they were spot on. And I bet Michigan live. I don't even hate my live bets. There was nothing more wrong than Michigan could have done if they tried. Everything went wrong, but there were 10 yards per play Ohio State gave up. There are holes on that defense. The schedule hasn't exposed them, but Ohio State, that secondary is vulnerable. Agree or disagree?
100% agree. I'm going to start off making that my worst call. We mentioned it on the podcast that Rutgers was able to put up 21 points. 2 of those touchdowns came from explosive plays. Penn State was able to put up 17. One of them was because of a J.K. Dobbins fumble. But other than that, they were able to drive it plenty of times down the field. There are holes in Ohio State. It hasn't been exposed by their schedule. And the more I watched Michigan go up and down the field, whether they scored points or not, all I could think of is the team with the best defense is going to win the national title. That's not Ohio State. That's definitely not LSU. So, I mean, if we're throwing teams off the boat that don't have a secondary and can't stop explosive offenses, LSU and Ohio State are off the boat. And that's really leaving me defensively Clemson, Georgia, Utah. Although Utah's secondary is susceptible to USC exposed their back 7 also. So, I mean, I watched it and I thought to myself, why am I not doubling up on as much money I have as on Clemson? I mean, I just couldn't believe that Clemson's the best secondary that's left. And I kept watching Ohio State thinking, and you know what? I'm tired of this national narrative.
But
this national narrative of you want that number 1 seed so bad because you don't have to play Clemson. Why the hell isn't Clemson the number 1 seed? Why is everybody so scared of Clemson? If I was the number 1 team and I was the number 1 seed, I would be scared to play anybody. I'd play anybody anywhere on any field.
No, I'm going to play devil's advocate. The reason you can't put Clemson as a number 1 seed is because of the exact reason what we are talking about right now. I'm watching a Raiders first down and 10. I have the under. Raiders are dead, so I guess that doesn't matter. But the exact reason listen to what we're talking about right now, right? Ohio State had some flaws exposed against the Michigan offense that has been playing really well, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And Shea Patterson played really well. Well, guess what, Clemson? And look, the week before, Penn State's rush defense, the whole year, you can adjust for opponent all you want. And I always say this in podcasts all year. There's a difference to when you actually step up and play your first elite team. It's very difficult to adjust for that. Penn State's rush defense got exposed. Dobbins ran all over them. So last week, Michigan exposed some holes. I still love Okudah. Dude was a beast, even against the bigger Michigan receivers. But there were holes in the Ohio State secondary as a whole all day. But Clemson has yet to face a team, and we believe in their defense. We believe in Venables, who Clemson is just shoving money under the table to him so it doesn't take he's getting paid a lot, but they're also just, take this. We believe in their defense. We believe in the transformation to a different scheme. But they haven't played anyone that would make you say, maybe I don't believe in this. They literally quit. So that's all I'm saying. That is why I would not put them as a 1 seed. And I believe in Clemson. And why I also say the national narrative, and I contributed to this narrative, why the 1 seed is important for Ohio State in particular, is Ohio State, what I saw today, and what we've looked at in the numbers the last couple of years, is vulnerable to explosive plays, right? You know who won't exploit that? Georgia.
Right.
So if Georgia wins the SEC championship, LSU gets in, Clemson gets in, Ohio State. Let me say that again. If Georgia wins the SEC championship, Georgia gets in, LSU gets in, Clemson, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Georgia as the 4 versus Ohio State, that is the matchup I want as Ohio State fan, right? Would you?
Yeah, they're not going to do that though. They're going to put Georgia up at the 3.
But I'm just saying,
LSU
that's
4. But yeah, absolutely. That is what I would want. Yeah, but I mean, listen, to me, Ohio State has problems on the offensive line too. 2 weeks in a row, they've been exposed by heavy sack rate defensive front sevens.
That's not just offensive line. That's Fields holding the ball.
It is. Fields holds on to the – you're right. Exactly right. Fields holds on to the ball too long. He tries to make things happen. And how he survived that looked like maybe a hyperextended knee or getting rolled into his knee. I thought he was done again for a second week in a row. I mean, you can only do this so much. You've got to get rid of the ball. You can't keep trying to extend plays. So, I mean, the college football playoff is going to be filled with defensive lines that are going to get to Justin Fields. Except maybe
he's got to get rid of the ball.